absolutely love it when characters surpass their limit. And more than that, we like the hype that comes when they shrug off the ideals of their opponents and fix their resolve to move forward. Yes, to move forward until all their enemies are destroyed. Well, that's just a quote of one of the characters in our list, and today I'm bringing 10 anime moments where the characters showed up that they are not the ones to give up. Before moving on, spoiler alert for the anime mentioned in this list. I say again, spoiler alert, so if you do not want any spoilers, now's the time to turn back. So, are you ready? Inject that dose of adrenaline because here we go. Number 10, Shiru Emiya embracing his ideals. Leave it for the red-headed boy to perfectly solve his character arc inside his own reality marble. From the very beginning of this anime, Shiru was struggling against his ideals. These were the ideals Kiritsugu established within him, and all was good until he met Archer, his own future self that had abandoned his ideals and had a rather cynical look towards heroism. Over the anime, both of them had many verbal confrontations, but when the first physical fight between the two happened, Shiru learned much about the twisted ideals of Archer, and after fixing his resolve, he soon stood up to fight his own future self. If you ask me, this version of Shiru is much better than the original Shiru of Fate Stay Night. Number 9, Re:Zero, Subaru's resolve. Okay, quick question. Do you know the advantages of having a waifu? It could slay your depression, and 2, she can instantly grant you a ton of motivation. I think we all know all the tolls and troubles Subaru had to go through. It's no wonder he lost his sanity. But along comes Rem, and almost taking half the screen time of the episode, she gives Subaru an emotional speech about never giving up and how he should have the resolve to succeed even when things are desperate. Even when Subaru asks her to escape with him, she gives a firm no and tells him that's not what Subaru wants. It's no wonder Subaru was all motivated after this speech. I mean, I would have if I was there at the moment. Number 8, Tatsumi killing Yao in rage. Sometimes just saying you would never give up is bland. In these cases, you need a power-up to increase the hype and effect of the moment. This is what happened to Tatsumi during his fight with Niao. Before the power-up, Bulat tried his best to hold off against the two villains, but he was quickly defeated. In his last moments, Bulat gave Tatsumi the power of the Incursio, and it didn't take long for Tatsumi to get the upper hand in the duel. He boldly claimed that he wields the power of one of the most powerful weapons in the world, and then smashed the man to the wall, instantly bringing his death. These moments showcased both Tatsumi's resolve as well as his true power. Number 7, Asta gaining his power in Black Clover. Remember what I said about getting power-ups? Well, awakening your power has the same effect. This happens when Asta is badly beaten by a thief, and after seeing his friend in the chains, summons a damaged black grimoire with the legendary 5-leaf clover. This was the first time Asta showed he has the devil inside him. Quite literally, in fact. If you survive through the backstory, then you are thrown into the hype moment where Asta screams that he would be the person to become the Wizard King. This is the first time Asta showed his power, and it is no doubt one of the best moments of the first season. Perhaps screaming isn't all that Asta can do. Number 6, Eren Yeager's determination to kill the female Titan. In short, this is the scene where the angry boy comes back from the dead and smashes a giant naked female in the face. All jokes aside, Eren wasn't quite dead, but he was mortally injured and on the verge of giving up, even after hearing Mikasa's rather cynical speech. But soon he recalls the death of his mother, and along comes the rage that he had been storing for all these years. This happens again when the female Titan knocks him unconscious, but he returns more overpowered after uttering his favorite phrase, that he will kill all the Titans. Apart from the animation and music, the scenes also gave a lot of hype, especially when showing the power of Eren's Titan and how much of a resolve he actually had. After this scene, you knew this boy really hated Titans. Number 5, Renato Okabe changes personalities. Steins Gate Zero had turned everyone's favorite mad scientist into a sad scientist, and it's in the very final arc we get to see the awakening of everyone's favorite Renato Okabe. This version of Steins Gate was like a continued version of the visual novel's bad ending. Makise was killed, Renato was depressed, and the world was at war, everyone trying to find the so-called hidden time machine. The series took many emotional turns similar to the first, and after 20 episodes, you knew Okabe had suffered enough. The moment where he donned his old costume and brought up the act of the mad scientist was a relief for us all. And even though you don't get hyped speeches, this was Okabe's way of saying he would never give up. Number 4, Shinji saving Rei. Okay, when talking about never giving up memes, you can always see Shinji's face popping up. And that's because he does the complete opposite. But not this time. The original anime series featured Shinji turning into the monster hidden behind Eva. But the new movie took a step up with their script and decided to transform Shinji into a god itself. It all started with the loss of Rei, and Shinji's conflicted emotions transformed to rage and spurted to life as he awakened the berserk mode hidden within Eva. But what mattered is the events that happened after. With all his rage pent up inside him, Shinji pulls Rei out of the Eva, declaring that she is free and she needs to live her own life. The depressed Shinji has come a long way from where he started, and for the first time, the always giving up boy began to never give up. Number 3, All Might's United States of Smash. This one Smash had so many things connected to it: motivation, inheritance, legacy, as well as the last bit of one for all power. In terms of My Hero Academia fights, this was the best. The United States of Smash was the most powerful attack under All Might's arsenal, and without doubt, this is one of the strongest attacks of him as well. All Might many times had doubts about his power, but with the meeting of Midoriya, he had strengthened his resolve. It was once again challenged as he met his arch-nemesis, but recalling the words of his teacher, he puts all his strength to this final punch, and if this moment didn't showcase All Might well, then I don't know what did. Number 2, Naruto and Sasuke's final fight. Well, this needs no introductions. Naruto was the anime that got most of us addicted to the medium, and there is a reason why it still stands out from the crowd. The fights of this show managed to combine hype with its great choreography, and the end move always showcased the theme of that arc perfectly. And in this case, the long-standing rivalry between Naruto and Sasuke came to an end, and those final moments were without doubt one of the most suspenseful ones of the entire show. There's the scene of Naruto fist-bumping with Kurama, which showed how much the two had developed as friends, and the final attack of Naruto against Sasuke. There weren't many words exchanged during this scene, but the visuals managed to tell it all. Number 1, Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann. When speaking of never giving up, the first anime that comes to your mind is Gurren Lagann. The phrase was almost uttered in each of its episodes, but the scene that showcased the final culmination of all those hyped up moments was the final fight against Anti-Spiral. You may call it a little unrealistic or something with absurd physics, but the purpose of this battle was to showcase how much Simon and his team had come from their starting point. They were no longer humans living underground. They were legends aiming for the stars. And we all know the man behind that. So to quote Kamina to finish off this video, "Go beyond the impossible and kick reason to the curb." So which of these 10 moments was your favorite? Let me know down below in the comment section, and if you like the video, you know what to do. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon so you can be instantly updated as soon as we release new videos. So, stay safe anime fans, and I'll see you in the next video.